Good morning, grade 10. I'm going to do with you activity 15.9 just briefly because by now you know how it works. I just want to do the diminished balance with you. Now in this exercise, Forest Stores on 1 July, they bought equipment for 28,000 Rand for cash. So you just write that in. It's 2017, July the 1st, and it's bank because it was cash. And it was CPJ and it was 28,000 Rand. I'm just going to grab a black pen. That's going to work better. Right, so at the end of that, you also have to, like the previous exercise, you also have to show your entries for 2 years. So at the end of the year that starts on 1 July, it's always very valuable to just write down your financial year. A year that starts on 1 July 2017. That year ends on 30 June 2018. So always write that down. It's nice to have that handy for yourself. Right, so at the end of the year, in other words, on the 30th of June 2018, there was depreciation on the 28,000 Rand. It's on the diminished balance, but it was the first year, so there was nothing to subtract. So I just work on the 28,000 Rand, 28,000 Rand, and it was at 15%, and that amount was 4,200 Rand. My entry, like the previous one, you debit your depreciation of 4,200 Rand. This will be a general journal entry. It's on 2018, June the 30th, and it's accumulated depreciation on equipment. 4,200 Rand and 4,200 Rand in my accumulated depreciation on equipment account. And that is on 2018, June the 30th, and it's depreciation. Right, now at the end of the next financial year we have to calculate the depreciation again, but now the depreciation must be subtracted because we calculated on the diminished balance. So what was my cost price? My cost price was 28,000 minus the 4,200. Right, so that is my diminished balance, and I have to calculate the 15% on that amount, right, on the 23,800. And when you calculate that, you get 3,750. Right, so this is the important part, and this is you will get this from now on. Forget about that timeline. Okay, so at the end of the next financial year, in other words, it will be 2019, June the 30th, accumulated depreciation on equipment, and this is the GJ, and it is 3,750, and of course 2019, June the 30th, depreciation GJ, and it's 3,750. Right, so this must be closed off at the end of every financial year. We should actually do that at the end of June, and it's profit and loss, 4,200 Rand, and again at the end of this financial year, June the 30th, profit and loss 3,750. This is all GJ entries. Thank you, grade 10. I think just look at your planning, and I think the next one, activity 15.10, you are going to do that tomorrow on your own, as well as 15.11.